Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we're back with another Democrat episode of Delusionation. We have Democrats thinking, oh, Joe Biden's going to win North Carolina because Joe Biden actually rose, let's see, in the month of March, he went from 42% to 44, 45%. Reason that being because, as you should know, that we're getting closer and closer to election season. And you'll notice even that Trump still has a dominant hold in the polls all the way through. And you'll see, yeah, Joe Biden winning a poll from uh Savitas, uh, along with WRAL, but it doesn't matter because Trump is still cranking up the wins. And in both 2016 and 2020, the majority of polls taken around this time were Democrat won polls. So that's what I'm talking about. There were Democrat won polls. So in reality, you'll see you can also associate it by poll. You'll see Donald Trump beated Joe Biden by 1.3%. 2016 results show Donald Trump beating Joe Biden by 3.6%. We're hoping to crank that up to 4.4%. And what that's going to look like, we're going to figure that out today. So let's get this out. We got our map. So we're just going to have Republican and Democrat, mainly because we're going to do a Texas prediction later on the Ted Cruz versus Mr. Alred and what that is going to look like. So let's take a look here at North Carolina and what that's going to look like. So 4.4% of the matchup for the as RCP average is saying here for North Carolina. You'll see he's kind of up 5.5 points, but so let's see. We're going to go ahead and do our prediction and what a 4-point sum victory looks like. So first off, let's take a look at recent elections. So North Carolina elections. 2022 at North Carolina. One of the big ones. Oh yeah, there were quite a lot. We'll just take a look at the Senate race first and determine what that's going to look like. Yes, you would say this is somewhat of a 4-point win. However, you'll see Ted Budd won by 3.2% of the popular vote. That is 3.2 because he managed to lose New Hanover County, which went for Chari Besley. And I think we could pick up New Hanover County. I'm not so sure. I think if it goes down to 3.2, we might end up losing it, but it would be nice to carry that county again. Just, as you should know, with uh, the unpopularity of Joe Biden, along with the current situation with Israel, Hamas, the economy, and the border, I don't expect these polls have to be ghost polls. Like seriously, um, that same deal. What happens in 2022 with the red wave, quote unquote. But yes, this was a 3-pointer. But going to, let's see. This was a 5-pointer. Let's see. 52.6. minus 0.4. All right. That is 5.2. That's a little too much of what I expect the Democrats to do. As you'll see, look at that. The pro-abortion people didn't even bother getting out and vote for their you know what. But anyway. But yeah, it would be the same thing, 5.2. Same thing. We are seeing 5-point victories, and this is what a 5-point victory looks like. And that's including New Hanover County. So that is that. This is a bigger one, but I don't think it's going to get that big. But let's take a look at predictions here. I don't know. Maybe New Hanover will go blue. I think possibly. We'll see. I mean, yes. I think this could possibly go red. Well, most polls disagree with that, but let's see. It's really New Hanover County that's going to be a toss-up. I'm trying to figure out which it should go for. But we'll see. I doubt it would go for Biden, but I don't know. But we'll check out. So yeah, New Hanover County is the only county that. Oh yeah, we forgot about this one for sure. It's going blue, but yes, I would think. Well, New Hanover has gone red, but these were Supreme Court elections. But let's take a look at 2020 before we make a call. But it is a Senate election. Yeah, it was a close one. Yeah, I think we're gonna make a call. It's going for Trump. Meanwhile, it can be a sort of shaded sort of deal, but reason of that being is this is 4.4%. This is what a 4.4% victory would look like. I'm not saying Joe Biden needs to perform well. I think in Mecklenburg, and he doesn't have just to perform well. Trump losing votes across North Carolina could be enough. It could be the same results as the ones displayed in 2022, but it's just how you perform well overall in the state overall. So let's take a look now. We're going to take a look at Texas. Texas, a state that it's going to be more of a toss-up. But once again, I'm expecting Ted Cruz to win re-election. What's this guy, Mr. Allred? He's not a politician. He has zero experience. Well, he actually might be. I'm thinking of someone else, but Senate polls. Senate, Texas versus Allred. Okay, this looks really good. 7.3 3 points. This is really good. As you should know, the current race between Senator Cruz and Mr. Alred. Um, we're gonna go ahead and try to make the figure out what this map would look like in this said election. First off, we're gonna go down a bunch and look at the 2018 Senate election results in Texas. And this was, you'll say, oh, Ted Cruz performed so badly. Well, I wouldn't say he performed badly. I would say, okay, this was a blue wave year. And as you know, 2 years ago, Ted Cruz came back from a failed presidential election run that had somewhat to do of his performance in Texas. So it's not that, oh, he's so weak now. No, it's once again 2016, 17 were weak, bad years for the senator, and I think the senator is doing very good now. He could pull off another term. So taking a look at our current projections, we're going to go ahead and call as of right now, we could call Southern Texas. Southern Texas is going to be tossed up, especially this county. Oh, okay, thank you. This county and this county, they tend to be more tossed up, and they're more. This county tends to bounce back and forth between the Republican and Democrat parties, even though it's 60%. No one really lives here, and it depends on if people are going to come out and vote for you. Come out from their little nests, but as of right now, what it's looking like, we are seeing probably Alred taking over Southern Texas. 7.3. We can take a look at recent victories. Texas elections. Like, for instance, the gubernatorial election where, yeah, Governor Abbott wins by almost 9 points. Lieutenant Governor, 10-point victory for Republicans. Let's see. Attorney General, 10-point victory. Bigger victory for the land commissioner. So yeah, it really is more of a toss-up while looking at this. I do think there's going to be some counties that, like we won in 2022, but that will probably go for, like, Democrats in the future. Like, for instance, Southern Texas in the land commissioner election went blue. And it seems like we did well picking up areas around the Panhandle. I do think the Panhandle will go red. Dallas County will stay red. Bexar County. I'm not saying it's going to look like a land commissioner map race, but I'm going to say, if I were to predict that Democrats were going to win all the counties that they won in 2022, regardless of the races that were performed, that would be a kind of guess of what that would look like. So yeah, I would say we can give this county to the Dems. This is an 8-pointer anyway. And giving them that county, that doesn't mean they get away with. You'll see Dan Patrick defeated Mike Collier by almost 10 points. And he didn't, this county, although it's pretty urban and pretty popular, part of the Austin metro, as you know, it's pretty close in, doesn't really give much. So, lieutenant governor, attorney gen, state controller. Yeah, it's starting to look like this is what it's starting to look like. You'll look at that. Wayne Christian almost won Harris County, and Harris County is a county to win. It's a winnable county, believe it or not. It's just going to take more effort. It's a Supreme Court where, but taking a look back at 2018, yeah, you'll see Oroki had to carry a lot of counties, the Panhandle counties, this county, Southern Texas. He didn't win all Southern Texas, but it's still a thing. Will we? I think on the end of the day, Tarrant County would go for Republicans simply because Ted Cruz is winning this race by 100, well, not 100, but 7 points. And you need to have some sort of base and some sort of uh, support, and in order to carry those. But yeah, I think this is what it's probably going to look like. We're going to take a last look at Southern Texas before we end this video. Of course, we have to click, click, and click, and click all these counties in Texas. Yep. 2018, yeah. You'll see those counties did go for Beto Oroki. There we go. 308 for Republicans, including North Carolina. But going back, I hate to go back, but I just have to. No, we're not going back to North Carolina. But I want to finally take a look and clarify. All right, that my suspicions, Dan Patrick, we can take a look at. Yes. Oh yeah, Dan Patrick didn't carry these areas of Texas. These areas of these two counties have gotten more reliably Republican, but then again, it's like most Southern Texas. They'll go vote Democratic if no one really lives there. So, oh, look at that. I was wondering why my screen wasn't moving. Public accounts. Yeah, these. The Attorney General, Ken Paxton, he won those counties. Controller, yep. Commissioner, Agriculture Commissioner. These counties are more lighter. All right. We might flip those counties. Yeah, we're going to flip them since Republicans did win a majority. We'll give this county to Republicans. I don't know why I actually clicked that. I think that was originally part of the 2018, which isn't, but yeah, I think we're going to call this race Republican win here. But yes, this race goes for Ted Cruz. So what do you guys think? Are the Democrats deludedly getting their hopes up, or are they just coping? They're just coping. You realize how it took so much for them to cope through their Super Tuesday loss, and they had to go out and post a big lie and say that Joe Biden sweep Super Tuesday states, even though he barely even got any votes out. Trump won majority of the votes in every single those Super Tuesday states, except for Vermont, of course. But anyway, what do you guys think in regards to North Carolina and Texas? Let me know down below. Will Ted Cruz win re-election to the United States Senate? And will Joe Biden get away with carrying North Carolina, a state that defied the Democratic Party twice in two elections where Democrats were supposed to win overwhelmingly? So let me know down below, and I'll see you all in the next political episode.